Hey, good afternoon, YouTube. Good day. Good day. It's been a while, so good to see everybody. But just a quick lunchtime chatted up. Saw a couple of interesting things today that continue to spark my interest, and I wanted to share with you. So I got an article shared by Third Option. He shared it via Twitter, which I got to figure out how I'm going to share it on here, but I'll put the link below if I can figure out how to do that mobily without, you know, anyway, I got to figure out how to get it into the chat box below. But guy wrote an article, I guess it was from back in August actually, talking about gun confiscation and how that has already come and gone, and that we're already past that bridge because of all the violations of other rights, and how people need to stop expecting this clear line in the sand, or as he put it, a bright white line, I think he said, or whatever. There's going to be no clear delineation of when it's time to, you know, go to guns or whatever, and that there's going to slowly erode away your ability to resist and basically use the tools of the state. In particular, he mentions the NSA to basically, you'll turn them over willfully. And I think that's the title of the article, is you will willfully turn in your guns. And how they're going to use the power of the state, threats against your ability to sustain yourself and your children to get at you. And it's definitely spot on. There's nuance to it. There's always, you know, well, what if this and this and, you know, but the point is made that the tools the state needs to oppress the people are already in place. And I know I've said it and others have redundantly that the Second Amendment is not there to protect itself. The Second Amendment is to protect the other rights. And you have to draw the conclusions of yourself, but also it's been redundantly made the case before that there's not going to be a clear-cut event that makes everybody rise up. Just like they don't want there to be a clear-cut event. They are willfully, slowly, methodically debilitating your ability to resist. They're not going to come after one big broad sweep. It's slowly done. And then before you know it's the frog in the pot. You know, that's what's going on, that's what's happening, and that's the way they have to plan it, because they know that no big sweeping change can be made without significant resistance. So that gets to the point, well, why not stand up now? Well, people are, and they are immediately demonized and marginalized in media and outlets. The Fourth Estate is not a protector of rights, it's a protector of the system. It's an agent of the system. The media conglomerates, I think Mule went into it in a video, or maybe it was on his blog Talk Radio, John Solar and Mule did the other day. They talk about media conglomerates. You know, there used to be, you know, in the 70s, hundreds of numbers of outlets, different agencies of media, and now it's made majorly owned by six different organizations. It's controlled opposition in a lot of ways, and the media itself is a lackey of the government. Look at how they protect Clinton. Look at how they ushered in Trump by just giving a little bit of controlled opposition. My opinion. I know most of you don't share that opinion, but just the way I see it. So without that, so that goes to, I think, to broaden that message out, that, and read the article for sure. Read the article and think. One, you can't be quick to rush to judgment on anything. It's just like some of the opinions about this whole Kaepernick thing. People are automatically like, he's disrespecting the flag, the people, and everything else. Like, dude, have you ever been to a sporting event and watched people disrespect the national anthem? I mean, like, one guy sitting down is really that bad when you got people who just sit there and blatantly talk on their cell phone and completely just walk around and do whatever during the national anthem. At least he's sitting peacefully and not not hindering anybody else's ability to observe. It's just It's an agenda. And that in particular is a statist agenda and as it's been shown now, and I had been thinking this but hadn't really put it all together. The NFL didn't even have the players out there doing the national anthem until 2009, when they started coincidentally paying the NFL to do all these promotional patriotic spots. Because after 9/11, the NFL was doing a lot of things voluntarily. Then they started getting paid. Oh, go figure. Neither here nor there. It is a creeping agenda. But anyway, definitely read that article. Then Patriot Nurse did a video today that I found very interesting and I thought was very apropos, talking about the death throes of the nation, and that she basically equated it to the nervous ticks of an animal after you slaughter it. If you get a good clean kill, the animal is going to kick and thrash around a little bit like a chicken with the head's cut off, for lack of a better word. And that's where we're at as this nation. We're in that those parasympathetic nerves kicking that we don't have any control over after the nation's dead. And I think that's definitely appropriate, because as myself and others have said, the republic is dead. And she goes into some things about preparing for that, and it's a good video to watch. So go check that out. So I wanted to share those two things with you. Definitely appropriate. Patriot Nurse gets into a little bit about local and state government, which I think is appropriate. However, it goes back to either we break up and reorganize in different states and republics and different states of some sort, or we go into a total police state, people. Is there any other option? Is there any other two options? Because if you there's really not any other way this is going to play out. I posted on G Plus today that people need to think like a chess player, to think ahead. Think ahead 12, 15, 20, 30 years down the road. What is going to prevent America from continuing down the path it's on? And foreign invasion, or willful separation and just dissolving the republic, dissolving the current nation. It's not, like we said, the republic's dead, but states willfully removing themselves from the 50 organized states as they are right now. That's the only option, or you continue on this path of debt and war, and you're selling yourselves into servitude further down the line. The police control grid will just strengthen itself. It's not going to get weaker. There's not one white knight going to come along and save it. There it is. That's just the way her video makes the point. I think the guy's article makes the point that things are only going to get worse, not better. Make your own conclusions, people. Think forward, plan forward, live free.